Peter's first Christmas card.
Jolly Mary, Holly Berry, Jolly Berry, Merry Holly, Happy Jolly, Jolly Jelly, Jelly Belly, Belly Mary, Holly Happy, Jolly Molly, Mary Jerry, Merry Harry, Hoppy Barry, Happy Jerry, Boppy Happy, Berry Jolly, Jolly Jolly, Moppy Jelly, Molly Mary, Jerry Jolly, Berry Boppy, Jolly Hoppy, Holly Moppy, Barry Mary, Jerry Happy, Happy Boppy, Boppy Jolly, Jolly Mary, Mary Mary, Mary Mary, Merry Christmas, Merry as a Chris, Merry as Merry Chrysanthemum.
In my own poems, I want to illustrate some kinds of involvement which have particularly interested me. I begin with a simple poem where there are no sound effects as such written into the words of the poem, but where the repetition or near repetition of phrases within a metrical structure which emphasizes different words as they come round to the end of a line forces a certain structure of sound on the hearer. The poem, which on a musical analogy is called The Round, is about a famous crux in the text of the New Testament.
I've never heard a song like that. I've never heard a song like that. I've never heard a song like that. Was it peace and goodwill to men? Or was it peace to men of goodwill? Was it peace and goodwill to men? It's a great song if it was clear. It's a great song if it was clear. It's a great song if it was clear. We only sing dividedly. We only sing dividedly. We only sing dividedly. And yet it is a round comes out. And yet it is a round comes out. And yet it is a round comes out.
The next poem might also be said to have a musical analogy, since it's a set of variations on an initial statement. The variations being caused by recombining the words of the statement to make 14 other statements that comment on it. The poem is called Opening the Cage, and the starting off point is a definition of poetry by John Cage.
I have nothing to say, and I am saying it, and that is poetry. I have to say poetry, and is that nothing, and am I saying it? I am, and I have poetry to say, and is that nothing, saying it? I am nothing, and I have poetry to say, and that is saying it. I that am saying poetry have nothing, and it is I, and to say. And I say that I am to have poetry, and saying it is nothing. I am poetry, and nothing, and saying it is to say that I have. To have nothing is poetry, and I am saying that, and I say it. Poetry is saying I have nothing, and I am to say that and it. Saying nothing, I am poetry, and I have to say that and it is. It is, and I am, and I have poetry, saying, say that, to nothing. It is saying poetry to nothing, and I say I have and am that. Poetry is saying I have it, and I am nothing, and to say that. And that nothing is poetry, I am saying, and I have to say it. Saying poetry is nothing, and to that I say I am and have it.
In the next poem, the theme of alienation or hysteria is built up through a series of contrasts in sound between a mass of long, heavy, hard, often compound words in falling rhythm and a few short, light, simple words in rising rhythm. There's a semantic contrast too, but the largely surrealist accumulation of words in the heavy passages throws emphasis on the sound. Alienation.
Hammer-headed, overdrive, hypertense, incendiary, backlash, planetary, backcloth, wry-necked, vitrified, thundercloud, tundra, hamstrung, hurricane, mortuary, muskabunge. It is so far away. Gravel, screech owl, sheath lightning, sheath knife, paralysis, cuneiform, hierarchy, impervious, deadhead, purse string, polyglot, parapet, hypermarine, statuary, overhead. The smell of the clover. masterminded, backroom, stranglehold, stronghold, vaporize, deadwood, rubberneck, aquarium, crestfallen, cruciform, vulcanized, thumbprint, soldier, twilight, downpour, walking in a white dress, sledgehammer, deadbeat, aqualung, pile driver, shanghai, houndstooth, monotone, shooting brake, acid head, frenzy, terminal, oxygen, continent, bumble-headed jackknife, the barley fields, the sun.
Sound poetry can apply itself to actual situations in life and can produce its own kind of social or political comment. When I wrote a poem about the massacre of black Africans at Sharpeville in South Africa, I used alternate long and short lines to suggest a drama of opposition and menace, and the letters S and V, taken from Sharpeville, as a structural agent in every line. Here's the poem, Starryveld.
Starryveld, slave, South Venus, serve, Sharpeville, shove, shriek volley, swerve, shoot village, save, spore vengeance, stave, spade voice, starve, strike vault, strive, subvert, starve, smash pervert, strive, scatter fort record, starve, spade vow, strive, sun vast, starve, survive, strive, so vae victis.
The words in the next poem are permutated in a tight, bristling structure suggestive of the buzzing of bees. That they are Scotch bees is indicated by the word bike for nest and bizen for buzzing. Bee's nest.
Busy bico bloody bizzin bees, bloody busy bico bizzin bees, bizzin bloody bico busy bees, bloody bico bizzin bees, bloody bico busy bizzin bees, bizzin bico bloody busy bees, busy bico bizzin bloody bees, bloody bico bizzin busy bees, bizzin busy bico bloody bees, busy bizzin bico bloody bees, bloody bizzin bico busy bees, bizzin busy bloody bico bees.
In any country which has a lot of history behind it, and mixture of races and languages, place names are a particularly fine and suggestive repository of meaning and near meaning, or imagined meaning, that comes across to us through their sound. In a poem called Canadolia, anagrammatically Caledonia, I composed a fantasia on Scottish place names, arranging them in various sound categories, and using them as if they were common words with more or less clear meanings.
Garb saw sloop, Nick saw tin, Lug saw lag, Rick saw egg, Lark saw hags, Tongue saw lust, Mull saw yell, Store saw strone, Drem saw muck, Gask saw nos, Ants saw cults, Echt saw bamp, Weem saw wig, Trool saw twat. How far? From Largo to Lunga, from Joppa to Skibo, from Ratha to Shona, from Alva to Minto, from Tinter to Tolsta, from Sutra to Moscow, from Bracco to Barra, from Alva to Stobo, from Fogo to Fada, from Gia to Gogo, from Kelso to Stroma, from Hirta to Spangle. What is it like there? Och, it's brooky, it's faithfully, it's wampry, it's frandy, it's slithery. What do? We foindle and fungle, we bunkle and meagle and max puffle. We Scot starve it, arm it, worm it, and even whiffle it. We play at cross stobs, luchers, gorbles, and fin-fun. We scavig, and there's a bit of till willy. If it's wet, freshnish and mishnish. What is the best of the country? Blink Bonny, Air Gold, Thundergate. And the worst? Scrishford, Shisket, Scrapster, Snagger. Listen, what's that? Catacall and Walkup, never heed them. Tell us about last night. Well, we had a wee ferren tosh, and we lay on the Quorang. It was pure Strontian. But who was there? Peter Moidert and Craig and Kenneth, and Cambus Puttock and Echo Machty, and Corrie Hoolish and Balladolly and Alt McCanny and Clochan Vrecken, and Stronachlochan and Auchen Lacher and Tina Cranky and Tillibruch, and Killahara and Invervanach and Achna Tudlum and Macrashellach, and Insta Markin and Ochter Fecken, and Kinloch Cutter and Arna Wally and Inver Shuggle. And what was the toast? Shehalion, Shehalion, Shehalion.
The poems up to this point have had no departures from the actual words of the language as far as the basic material is concerned. The remaining poems all do have, in varying degrees, syllables, sounds, and imaginary words which are not part of dictionary English. O Pioneers is a piece about the long continuing epic of the Channel Tunnel and starts from the lucky chance of a misspelt word in a workman's message left on the wall of the abandoned tunnel of 1880. The inscriber had great difficulty, and in this he couldn't have been more prophetic, with the word begun, and his message to posterity came out as, this tunnel was buggen, the gub nuggen, in 1880, William Sharp. Here's the poem.
Channel Tunnel, Buggen, 1880, Sharp, Wilgan. Tunnel, Begum, 8018, Sharp, Willem. Channel, Gebung, 8081, Shant, Willem. Channel, Bengug, 8108, Shunt, Willibug. Channel, Begbuggen, 8801, Slunt, Willabugman. Chunton Lano Begubnuggen, 8810, Blunt, Wuggelbunluggen. 10,880, Bridged, Buggen.
In an age both of science fiction and of space exploration, it seems natural to explore language itself, if such subjects are being dealt with. Without sinking into the mere fallacy of imitative form, it should be possible to find parallel sound structures based on, though altering and recombining existing words, and using, though very freely, the semantic residue of such words. In order to celebrate the theme of the first living creatures being sent into space, from dogs to man, I used elements of mainly Russian, but also some English words, in such a way as to have a shot at the coexisting semantics of sound and semantics of reference. Space Poem 1, From Laika to Gagarin.
Raketa, 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 raketa. Put. Nick Lai, Nick Biel, Nick Strel, Nick Chel, Nick Mush, Nick Chernush, Nick Zvizdot. Spoo, think, spoo, kak, spink, spoo, sabak, spoo, kak, kink, tak, so. Nika Bielka Kabiel, Kanika Kanaka Kana Stup. Nika Strelka Kastrel, Kanika Kanaka Kana Pust. Nika Pchelka Kapchel, Kanika Kanaka Kana Trup. Nika Mushka Kamush, Kanika Kanaka Kana Tus. Nika Chernushka Kachernush, Kanika Kanaka Kana Tup. Nika Zvezdochka Kazvezdoch, Kanika Kanaka Kana Ups. Baka. Whitey arrow, B spot, black star, whitey. Arrow baka. Star. Baka B, whitey star. Spot, B, arrow whitey. Baka spot. Star, blackie, black, white, black, star, spot, stop, star, spot, stop, staro. Vostok, Mir, Vladi, Yuri, Mir, Vladi, Vladimir, Vladivostok, Yuri Mirny, Vladimirny, Yuri Laika, Nikita Raketa, Balalaika, Raketa Sabaka Slava, Vladislava.
Now a little poem using a regularly diminishing structure to convert the long cry of a cat to the more laconic and incisive Chinese cat.
Meow. 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 Meow.